Hello, my friends. Hello, it's Matthew Street. Welcome to my channel. As always, truly appreciate you being here. And folks, I'm going to do another How Many of These Do You Have episode. A few days ago, I did a show called How Many of These Do You Have? It was albums from 1981, 1982. And it went over kind of well. I got quite a few views on it. People seem to enjoy trying to match up how much of the music that I had that they also had. So you had quite a few people that had, some that had low numbers, like, well, I got 3 or 4 of those. Somebody had 6, 7. You got people with 10, 12 range. We had a couple of big guns like Tim Allen. Who else was it? Tim Allen had like 27. Steve Schnee had a bunch, but he never gave me the exact number. So I don't know if he's a champion or not. But Alan C. Records had 31. So he was way up there, and there was somebody else. I'm sorry, I just can't recall right now. Someone else was up there too and had over 20 of these albums I showed from 1981, 1982. But I thought it'd be kind of fun, folks, to do it again for the 70s. Let's dip back a little bit into the 1970s and do 1978 and 1979. Now, I got a lot to show you, and I want this video to be an hour long, and you bail on me, so let's get right into it. Now, some of them I couldn't find my vinyl, so I grabbed a couple of quick CDs that I knew were from 78 and 79, and I want to show those to you first. Joe Jackson, Look Sharp. AC/DC, Power Age. The Clash, London Calling. I can't find my vinyl. I know it's around here somewhere, but The Clash, London Calling. Very, very late in 79. One of the final albums released in the 70s. Blondie, Parallel Lines. Again, can't find my vinyl. AC/DC, Highway to Hell. Not much on the back. ABBA, Voulez-Vous. Okay, now getting into some actual vinyl. The Jags. How many of these do you have? The Tough Dots, or for you people, again, outside the New England area who don't understand a word I'm saying, the Tough Darts, the Tough Darts. Does that make sense? Dream Police by Cheap Trick, one of my favorite albums of all time. Ooh, rare promo copy. What do you think of that? Bram Tchaikovsky, Strange Man, Change Man. 79. Pez Band, Cover to Cover. You're always going to notice a lot of power pop with me, folks. But there is other music here, I think you'll find. Cheap Trick, Heaven Tonight. Year before Dream Police, 78. Ooh, this is one I don't think a lot of you have. The Toms, self-titled. Great album. The Beat, or sometimes known as Paul Collins Beat. The Tourist, Reality Effect. Helmed by Annie Lennox and Dave Stewart, who would later go on to form the Eurythmics. Great stuff. The Rubidoos, Back to the Drawing Board. 2020, self-titled, one of the best power pop albums of all time, happens to be a promo. Ooh, it's so good. Next of Kin by the Greg Kihn Band. Later he went on to have I Lost on Jeopardy. No, My Love's in Jeopardy. I Lost on Jeopardy was Weird Al. That's right. Jeopardy. Remember that one? Chris Bell, a posthumous release, but came out in 78. I Am the Cosmos by Chris Bell. Great album. Oh, get this. Get them all. If I'm showing it, it's good. But get this one by Chris Bell. Ooh. Another by the Pez Band the year before the last one I showed, Laughing in the Dark. promo. Kind of a all-star band, Photo Maker, Vis-a-Vis. Because you had Wally Bryson from Raspberries, the Raspberries. You had Gene Cornish and Dino Danelli from the Rascals. And then you had Frankie Vinci, and Les Marchell. But you had three guys there that were in pretty big bands, Raspberries and the Rascals. Vis-a-Vis, this was their second album. They didn't do too much after this. The first one came out, this came out in 78, I believe. First one was like 76 or something, I can't remember. The Fabulous Poodles. That's one you probably don't have. I think I already showed this one, didn't I? If I did, sorry. 79, Cheap Trick Dream Police. Okay, where are we going to go now? Oh, let's go over here. Okay. Another April Wine. They had, I guess, in that 2-year period, 78 or 79. So if a band was pretty productive and they put out a couple albums or so in that 2-year period, I'm showing them. Here's another one by April Wine, Harder and Faster. Not sure if I agree with the fashion sense there, but hey, whatever, you know. That's the Canadians for you, right? April Wine, First Glance. Just kidding, my Canadian friends. My friends to the north. If You Knew Susie by Susie Quatro. Our love is alive, stumbling in. Remember that one? Big influence on Joan Jett, from Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. Joan Jett idolized Susie Quatro. She also played Leather Tuscadero on Happy Days. If You Knew Susie. I wish I knew Susie. Klaatu, Sir Army Suit. Great album. One of their best. Yes, that Klaatu, who we've talked about. Ian Gome, Gome with the Wind. How many know of this album, or the big hit song on here called Hold On? Squeeze, Cool for Cats. Nick Gilder, City Nights. A child in the city, ooh, 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 running wild and looking pretty. Don't mind me. I'm a little flippant today, a little punch drunk. The B-52s, first album. Oh, great one. I love this album. I listen to it a lot. Another by the Fabulous Poodles, Think Pink. How many have the Fabulous Poodles? Besides me? The Cars. Candy-O, I need you so, Candy-O. Great album. ELO, Discovery. Great album. Okay, moving on here. Let me move some stuff here. I got to make another pile. Whew, got to get going here. I know, folks. The soundtrack to Thank God It's Friday. George Thorogood, Move It On Over, and the Destroyers. Ringo Starr, Bad Boy. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, Darkness on the Edge of Town. Shoes, Present Tense. That's one not a lot of you have. The Searchers' 1979 comeback album, The Searchers. Classic, great power pop by the 60s Merseyside greats, The Searchers. Soundtrack to the Ruddles TV show. Along with London Calling from The Clash, one of the last albums released in the 70s. Came out late 79, coming into 1980. The Romantics, self-titled debut. Love That Red Leather. Stones, Some Girls. 78, 79. How many do you have? Oh, I love this lady. Genya Raven, Urban Desire. She was part of the whole CBGB's crowd. Genya was around from the late 60s and on, but she became part of that CBGB's Lower East Side Manhattan crowd. Great album, Urban Desire. And also within this 2-year period, 78, 79, she released Genya Raven, and I Mean It. Do you have any Genya? Get some Genya. Ramones, Road to Ruin. Gotta get moving here. I got a big pile going. Rock and Roll High School, the soundtrack to the movie by the Ramones. Queen, Jazz. Queen, Live Killers. The Pretenders, self-titled, great album. I gotta move it. The Police, Regatta de Blanc. Regatta de Blanc, however you want to say it. The Police, Orlandos de Amor. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Damn the Torpedoes. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, You're Gonna Get It. The soundtrack to Grease with my sweetie Olivia Newton-John. Willie Nelson, Stardust. Willie looking a bit haggard there, and he's probably only 26. New England, self-titled, great album. Don't ever want to lose ya. McGuinn, Clark, and Hillman, the closest thing in the late 70s we ever got to a Byrds reunion. McGuinn, Clark, and Hillman, I love this album. Wings, Back to the Egg, signed by 3 members. Wings, Greatest. Wings, London Town. Ian Matthews, Stealin' Home with the great hit Shake It. Steve Martin, Comedy Is Not Pretty. Steve Martin, A Wild and Crazy Guy. Whew. Marshall Tucker Band, Together Forever. The Knack, Get the Knack. I know, I'm moving, folks, I'm moving. Ace Frehley, first solo album, Kiss, Ace Frehley. The Kinks, Low Budget. The Kinks, Misfits. Jefferson Starship, Earth. Joe Jackson, I'm the Man. George Harrison, self-titled. Whew. Robert Gordon and Link Ray, Fresh Fish Special. Robert Gordon, Rockabilly Boogie. Peter Frampton, Where I Should Be, with the hit I Can't Stand It No More. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Doobie Brothers, Minute by Minute. I'm getting there. Hurrying up. Elvis Costello, This Year's Model. Elvis Costello and the Attractions, Armed Forces. Cheap Trick at Budokan. The Cars, self-titled. Boston, second album, Don't Look Back. Blondie, Eat to the Beat. Almost there. Badfinger, Airwaves. Gotta make it. Bad Company, Desolation Angels. How many of these do you have? The Babies, Head First. And last but not least, AC/DC, If You Want Blood, You Got It. Oh. Well, I did it, folks. Under 15 minutes. 1978, 1979. How many of these do you have? Put your answer below. Let's see who's the champion. Bye-bye.